Florida's Marco Rubio attacks LGBTQ plus service members. Florida's senior Republican Senator, Marco Rubio, recently tweeted a short video by Lieutenant J.G. Audrey Knutson of the Navy Judge Advocate General Corps. Knutson, who identifies as non-binary, spoke glowingly about their opportunity to read a poem at an LGBTQ plus spoken word night while stationed on the USS aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford.
And I was able to deploy on the USS Gerald R. Ford last fall, and the coolest thing I did on board was to be able to participate in a LGBTQ spoken word night, and I was able to read a poem that I wrote to the whole ship, and that was probably the culmination of the whole deployment.
Knutson talked about their gay grandfather serving in the Navy during World War II and how powerful and honored they are to feel and be able to serve as Navy non-binary service people. For most Americans, this would be an inspiring story of service to one's country. But instead, it worries Rubio. He tweeted, quote, "While China prepares for war, this is what they have our U.S. Navy focused on," end quote. Rubio tries to suggest that gay, trans, or non-binary service members are simply not tough enough to fight America's wars, especially against a rising power like China. It's not every day you see a senator denigrating a member of the U.S. military, and it's far from clear how an LGBTQ plus spoken word night undermines America's ability to prepare for war. In reality, building camaraderie and acceptance in the military is essential to enhancing unit cohesion, especially when enlistment numbers in the military are in such steep decline. Welcoming all Americans, no matter their backgrounds or sexual orientation, seems more important than ever in such a scenario. Marco Rubio is going back to fight a battle that of course, they're all fighting battles we thought we had finished. You know, this one was done in 2010 when we repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I keep wanting to say we repealed Don't Say Gay, and I want to be on that show when we get to do that.
Yeah.
But when we repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, when all these things are behind us, but then they find these little things and they're going, oh my God, this positive thing, or at least neutral. I mean, let's be honest. Most Republicans would probably look at this and go, I'm not thrilled, but eh. But now we've got a senior senator running for, I believe, his third term, or no, he's in his third term now. And this is what's representing Florida. And we are a very big military community. And I'm telling you, the voters up in Jacksonville are going to take notice because they have a huge space military presence up there. I believe there's some over on the Tampa side, and those are swing votes that you don't want to lose. They're just overreaching when they go petty like this.
Well, Rubio truly is a rube and a boob. Instead of worrying about this, why doesn't he focus his energy on the effects of climate change in the state of Florida? That should be his priority, not this.
Yeah, he's so disappointing. You know what I mean? As somebody I've known for, I don't know how long I've been in politics, but probably longer than he's been alive. But he had such potential, you know, a good-looking guy from a state that has lots of electoral votes. I expected better of him.
Well, I'm just surprised that he actually thinks, little Rubio thinks that he's an expert on who's tough enough to go fight our wars, and trying to suggest that our community isn't up for the challenge. But you know, who am I to say? I don't know him as well as you do, Scott.
and who was leading the charge at Stonewall?
Yeah.
Black trans, black drag queens.
Yeah.
They were pretty damn tough back then. And from my experience, they've only gotten tougher.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about everything that the LGBT community has to go through just to walk out the door, specifically trans people, and all of the things that have been stacked up against us, all these anti-LGBTQ bills that we're going through on a daily, just to housing and everything that black trans women have gone through consistently, and you're worrying about if we're tough enough?
We are.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+ community.